Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to continue with the transient analysis. So before we continue, let us just recap what we have discussed in our last class. So in transient analysis, we have various behavior of inductors and the capacitors, and the resistors remain unchanged during the switching. So what we have observed is that during the initial condition, the inductor behaves as an open circuit, the capacitor behaves as a short circuit, right? And after attaining the steady state, the inductor behaves as a short circuit and the capacitor behaves as a open circuit. That means if the inductor and capacitor have already attained the steady state, then it behaves as current source for inductor and voltage source for capacitor, and after attaining the next steady state, it will be working as parallel combination of short circuit and current source, and for the inductors it is short circuit and parallel current source, and for the capacitors it is a voltage source in series with a open circuit. So let's move ahead and see various numerical based on this. So as seen in this numerical, the switch is changed from position 1 to 2 at t equals to 0, and the switching condition have been reached before switching, and what we have to determine here is determine the value of I di dt and d2i dt2 at t equals to 0 plus. So this is a condition where the circuit attains a steady state before switching. That means whenever we are connected with the point 1, then if we draw the circuit, then it will be like this. So we have the 30 volts, then through 1 it is connected to the 20 ohm resistor. The 10 ohm resistor is not connected because this circuit is open, and we have the capacitor here. So if it is attaining the steady state already, then the capacitor will behave as an open circuit. So let's see what will be the value of I at t0 minus. So at t equals to 0 minus, the network attains the steady state condition, hence the capacitor acts as open circuit as we have discussed. So the value of Vc 0 minus will be 30 volts since it is already charged, and the value of I0 minus will be 0, right? So as the switch is on, that means it moves from 1 to 2, then the circuit is changed to this. Now we have 10 ohm connected in the circuit. The 30 volt supply is eliminated because there is an open circuit there, and we have the capacitor here which is already charged. So what we can do, we can consider it as 30 volt since it is already charged, and this is 20 ohm, right? And the current is I 0 plus. So let's see what is the value of I at t0 plus. So at t0 plus, as we know, the capacitor voltage is already at 30 volt, and now it behaves as a voltage source to the circuit, and the value of I0 plus will be, since the direction will be in the opposite direction, and the condition for I0 plus as we have considered in the clockwise direction, so there will be a negative sign. So the value of I is V by R. So the value of voltage is 30. The resistance values are 10 plus 20. So 30 by 30, the value is minus 1 ampere, right? So this is the value of current at 0 plus, right? Now let's see for the KVL equation at E equals to greater than 0. So now during this, the circuit will be changing to this format. If you remember, we have discussed in the table that the capacitor will behave as a voltage source and a open circuit. So the combination will be the capacitor and the supply, right? Both should be in series. So this is the capacitor of 1 microfarad, and this is the source 30 volt. That means the voltage which is already in the capacitor, as the capacitor is charged to 30 volt. Now if you write down the KVL equation here, considering current as IT, now it will be minus 10I minus 20I. Then we have the capacitance. So capacitance, for the capacitor, the voltage drop will be 1 by C, 1 microfarad, so 10 to the power minus 6 integration of I dt, right? Then we have the voltage source minus 30 equals to 0. So let me draw a separator so that we can understand this. Okay. So now if we differentiate this, then what we get is minus 30. The total will be 30. Then integrate. Then we have I, so it will be 30 di dt. And next from here we'll be having minus of 10 to the power 1 by 10 to the power minus 6 is 10 to the power 6 into I equals to 0. So after differentiating, we are getting this. So next, let us consider at t equals to 0 plus what will be the value of di dt. So here we have minus 30 di dt 0 plus equals to, this will be 10 to the power 6 at I 0 plus. So as we know the value here, so di dt 0 plus will be equals to, if I take the negative sign here, so it will be 10 to the power 6 divided by 30 multiplied by the value of I 0 plus will be minus 1. So after equating, this value will be getting as 0.33 into 10 to the power 5 ampere per second. Right. Next, the value of d2i dt2. So in order to get that, we have to differentiate this equation again. So after differentiating, what we have is this will be minus 30 d2i dt2, then minus 10 to the power 6, and this is di dt equals to 0. So now at t equals to 0 plus, we'll be having minus 30 d2i dt2 0 plus equals to 10 to the power 6 di dt 0 plus. So as we already know the value of di dt at 0 plus, so we can determine the value of d2y dt2 at 0 plus. So this is equals to minus 10 to the power 6 divided by 30 multiplied by 0.33 into 10 to the power 5, right? So the value will be coming as minus 1.1 into 10 to the power 9 ampere per second. So we have determined the value of d2y dt2. We have determined the value of di dt 0 plus. The value is this. And we have also determined the value of I at 0 plus. So this is how we solve a numerical when the steady state is already achieved, right? So this in this numerical we have considered for capacitor. Now let's see what will happen if we have a inductor in the circuit. So now as you can see here, this example shows conditions are same, that the switching is changed from position 1 to position 2. That means it will be changing from 1 to 2, and the steady state is already having reached before switching, and we will determine the value of I di dt d2 I dt2 at t equals to 0 plus. And here the circuit is similar, just the change is present with a condition that initially in the earlier circuit we had a capacitor here and now we have an inductor here. So let's see how to solve this. So as you can see here, during the switching phase, initially the switch is connected to point 1. So during that time the circuit is, we had 20 volt and we had the 10 ohm resistor and we had an inductor, and we know when an inductor is in steady state, it behaves as a short circuit. So this is the initial circuit, which we can consider as I0 minus. At t equals to 0 minus, we have the value of current as the voltage is 20 volt and the resistance is 10. So the current is 2 ampere, right? So this is the current at t0 minus. Now let's see what will happen whenever we are changing the position of the switch. So at t equals to 0 plus. So at t equals to 0 plus, the circuit will contain the 20 ohm resistor, the 10 ohm resistor, and in place of the inductor, we will place a current source. The value is 2 ampere, right? So now during this, I0 plus will be 2 ampere. Since 2 ampere current is flowing through the circuit, so I0 plus is 2 ampere, right? So now let's move ahead and write down the KVL equation. For writing the KVL equation, first let us draw the circuit. So in the circuit, we will be having the 20 ohm resistor, the 10 ohm resistor, and as we know, during steady state, we'll have a inductor in parallel with a current source. Right? So we have 1 Henry here. This is 2 ampere, and this is current IT. So let's write down the KVL equation. KVL equation for t greater than 0. So it will be, so we have total resistance 10 plus 20, 30. So 30I minus L di dt. So L is 1 Henry, di dt equals to 0. Right. So at t equals to 0 plus, we have di dt 0 plus equals to, this will be minus 30, and I 0 plus, the value of I0 plus is 2 ampere. So the value is 30 multiplied by 2, which is minus 60 ampere per second. So this is the answer for di dt. So now let's solve for d2i dt2. So in order to get the solution, we have to differentiate equation 1. So differentiating equation 1, we have minus 30 di dt minus d2i dt2 equals to 0. So now at t equals to 0 plus, so we have d2i dt2 0 plus equals to minus 30 di dt 0 plus, so which is minus 30 into, we had the value minus 60, so the answer will be 1800 ampere per second square, right? So I hope you have understood how to solve in a circuit which contain an inductor, and these are the results. I hope you will be able to solve various numericals in this direction, and in the next class we will be continuing with some other logic which we may face during transient analysis. Thank you.